All right, for this unit, we're going to learn the names of our polynomials. Now, polynomial is basically one word, but I'm going to break it down. Poly means many. So poly means many. Now, nomial means term. So polynomial are basically many terms. Terms are going to be those things separated with a plus or minus. Now, our polynomials are going to have names depending on the degrees and depending on the number of terms. When we go by degree, we go by the biggest degree there is. Now, I'm not going to give them in order from big to small or small to big. I'm not going to give them in any order. I kind of want you guys to look at the term and look for the highest exponent. Okay. So like I said, it's based on the highest exponent. If the highest exponent happens to be 0, so again, I'm going to be talking about that by degrees. If the highest exponent happens to be 0, the polynomial is going to be called constant. The polynomial is basically just a number. Constant means it doesn't change. So yeah, the number will not change. Now, if my highest degree is a 1, we're going to call that linear. My highest degree is a 2, we're going to call that quadratic. Again, it is based on the highest degree. If my highest degree is 3, we're going to call that cubic. Let's move on over here to the side. If my highest degree is 4, we're going to call that quartic. My highest degree is 5. We're going to call that quintic. For 6, we're going to use the word sextic. For 7, we're going to call that septic. And for 8, we're going to use the word octic. Again, those are the names based on degrees. And again, we're going based on the highest degree there is. But then we're also going to give them names depending on the terms. I'm just going to use the word terms, but in reality is how many terms, the number of terms. Now, if my polynomial only has one term, we're going to call it a monomial. If it has two terms, we're going to call that binomial. Nomial is basically terms. Bi is 2, so binomial. If it has 3 terms, we're going to call that a trinomial. If it has 4 terms, now think about it. You guys have seen those motorcycles that have 4 tires, right? Ford. We're going to call this quadnomial. If it has 5 terms, we're going to call this pentanomial. So the names are going to be based on the highest degree. Remember, degree is basically the exponents, the highest degree, and how many terms there are. Okay, so let's take a look. Question number 2. I'm going to be referring to this list. Okay, so when I said according to our list, that's basically what we have for question number 1. All right, so here, question number 2. The highest exponent is 4. So I'm looking at the exponents. The highest exponent is 4. So according to our list, I'm going to call this quartic. Based on degrees, this is quartic. Now, based on the number of terms, I see 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. Remember, terms are those things separated with a plus or minus. So I see 4 terms. So I'm going to call this quadnomial. So quartic quadnomial. Okay, let's take a look at question number 3. The highest exponent, I see it's a 6. So according to our list, this is going to be sextic. Now, based on the number of terms, I see 1, 2, 3. So based on the number of terms, this is going to be a trinomial. All right, let's take a look at number 4. The highest degree, it's 6. So according to our list, this is going to be a sextic polynomial. Now, based on the number of terms, there's 1, 2 terms. So this is going to be a binomial. Okay, let's take a look at question number 5. The highest degree that I see is a 2. So according to our list, this is quadratic. I see 1, 2 terms. So this is going to be binomial. All right, let's take a look at question number 6. Degree-wise, so I'm looking at those that have a letter. Basically, this is to the 1 and to the 1. So my highest degree is to the 1. So based on our list, this is going to be called linear. At this point, some of you might be wondering, well, how does the constant of 0 look like? How does the exponent of 0 look like? There's no letter at all, okay? Now here, when there's the variable by itself, basically the highest degree is 1. The degree of 0, there will be no letter at all, okay? So this is linear. Now, based on the number of terms, there's 1, 2 terms. So this is going to be binomial. So linear binomial. Okay, last example for today. The highest degree is 3. So according to our list, this is going to be cubic. Based on the number of terms, there's 2 terms. So according to our list, this is going to be binomial.